Well, good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I am Amber, and I want to welcome you to my hive. I wanted to make sure that was in frame, but my camera's just, hold on. I had it, there we go. There we go. So anyway, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my hive. I found that at Hobby Lobby, and I was like, my husband's like, where are you gonna put that? Behind me somewhere in front of my yarn? I was gonna put it downstairs in front of my yarn scape, but I was like, you know what? I have a good place to hang it right there. So yeah, it kind of needs to be up against a flat wall because these beads that are hanging on top here, they push that sign forward and it won't stay unless, anyway. Today's Tunisian Thursday. Yay! And I don't really have any updates for you guys, but I was thinking I wanted to play around with color work and see how easily it would be to either carry or change colors, or if I could use the same method of color work that I used, like I think it's called like the drop and carry or the drop and pick up method. I'm not sure what it was with the cat's meow, or even with my mother's blanket that I'm making with the little baubles with the single crochet. I can change, I could drop the color and change the color. I don't know how that works with Tunisian, but I figured we could try it, I have yellow and red here that I could try. I want to put these in the bucket, but I need to make sure they're upright. Okay. I have a bucket of stuff over here. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. Can I pick up all these, or is it just this one that came out? We'll go ahead and do on the end here and see what happens. Okay, so one of my rows got pulled out, but that's okay. So what I'm thinking, I'm just gonna keep what I have here because this is Tunisian crocheted. And I'm gonna try and see what happens and see if I can't make a picture of some sort. I'd love to do the heart, but I don't have the picture with me. I already took it downstairs, so I didn't think about it until after the fact. So I was like, well, I guess I'm not doing that now. Now I know how to color change with Tunisian, like, to go to the new color on the next row, but I'm trying to think here. Y'all, we're just playing on the spot, kind of like designing on the spot kind of thing. All right, so did I pull that one up? No. Okay, so go there, drop the red. Oh, see, I don't know how to keep going with it though and pull it with me. We're gonna keep it red though because I want to put, if I make the heart, I'm gonna make a square. A square is easy because it's straight edges. But the color changes should still be the same, right? So I'm going to try and, I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, I can still carry it along with me. I think I accidentally figured out how to. So, I think. I just keep it tucked. I mean, just keep it on top here like this. But my hook is going underneath it, I think. Pulling that up, going in front of it, and then I go like this, go in front of it. No, because that's not encapsulating it. I was about to say encapsulating it. What? No, I needed to go here. How did I do that? How did I get it to go inside here like that? I go like that? No, because that brings it in front. Somehow I was getting it to go between here. Maybe it was just like that. I'm so confused as to what I did here. Maybe I have to go in and out with it. Oh, I think that's what I need to do. Yep, that's exactly what I need to do. I have to bring it, I have to go underneath it for one, go in front of it for the next one, go underneath it for this one. All right, so I want 3 on the end here. This is just a little sampling, guys. So then this one I need to go like this. Nope, that's gonna bring it. So I need to go like, crap. I need to bring it over. There we go. There we go. It's taken me a minute to figure it out, but basically my red has been carried along here. But we'll see on the return pass. I don't know. I think it's a little slower definitely doing it like this. Excuse me. I got myself up early this morning. Okay, so I'm gonna drop my yellow, pick out my red. Well, it's hiding the color change so far. So, like, you can see it intermixing with the red, but that's the first row of yellow anyway. It's gonna do that, so. But I don't have like long strips of the red or anything. I carried it with me. All right, so I'm gonna see what happens. Now, technically with this, I could just have one on either side. And so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it this way. Going back. That may be my issue. I might have an issue going back. Because I gotta figure out how to yeah, I can, this is much bigger of a pain going back with the return pass because I have to figure out how to carry it. And I'm having to back and forth it on top of here. I think it might just be easier just to carry, or just to have the extra ones you know, have the extra little skeins or cakes or whatever. Because this will take a whole lot longer trying to carry this across the row. But I have it carrying on top here. I just have to make sure that I come forward, do my return, keep it in the back, do my return, figure out how to snag that red in the front, and then go in the back, like go behind the hook. When I say go in the back, I go behind the hook. I keep forgetting I'm pulling it down. So you guys are like, I don't see what you're talking about. So go in front of the hook, do the return pass, come in front of it, or go behind the hook, go back in front of the hook, and then I can pull it a little bit taut, but not too tight, and then drop the yellow, pick up the red, and do my last stitches in red. That's just one row. Whew. So look, I've successfully carried my red. That's the back though. I've successfully carried the red across. Now, will that get hidden going back? I'm just trying something here with, you know, stitches that I'm used to doing. So I will say this is getting all twisty though. And me and twisty yarn, we're not friends. You don't like twisty yarn. And I was just trying to come up with something off the fly just to see if I could design a picture with the yarn, with the yellow, with the picture like this with Tunisian. Okay, so I want to go here. I want to keep carrying the red as much as I can. So to figure out how I did this before. So oh, it's hiding it. I'll show you here in just a second. I mean, the return pass is definitely slower in carrying it back. The nice thing I will say about Tunisian is, you know, you do, with most pieces that you make, you're gonna have a one-sided picture or one-sided piece, and it's not going to be reversible. There we go. And then, all right, I'm going to pull it taut just a little bit, the red, and it's hidden so far. Oh, you know what? I need to do reverse stitches on the end here. I was trying to give it a frame, and I forgot on that last row. Whatever. We can go back. This is just a sample, so I can frog all this out later and, you know, drop my yellow, pick up my red. I can always, like, this will be frogged, so it's not like, it's not a big deal. Find the right. What is going on here? Sorry, I'm trying to find the right. There it is. The right part of the stitch to do the reverse. There's that one. My red yarn should be out of the way on the end, or shouldn't be down below that I carried. So far, you can't see the red that I've carried very much. It hides fairly well. So I'm going to try this return pass and figure out how I did this. Carrying it back again. Now this is only, I would only recommend carrying this back like this, you know, if you're doing short color changes. It's almost like knitting, bringing this color forward and backward, because I'm having to, you know, yarn over and wrap around and go back, and it feels like I'm knitting almost when I do this. Just because I'm trying to keep the yarn in front of the hook, and that's it, not knit with it. Back and forth, just to carry it. I'm yarning over, like, or whipping it around, or whatever I call it, throwing it. I'm throwing it. No, I want it to stay back over there. And then I come forward, go behind, pull it forward again. My arms are starting to hurt for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm holding this up, trying to show you guys this. Okay, drop the yellow, pull that a little tight. And then finish with the red. Tighten this down. I mean, it's hiding it pretty good. So I do know how to carry colors with me if I want to. It does do that on the back, which is fine. Again, it's the back side of the work, so my color work or my picture would end up on this side. So that's cool. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna try and back this up a little bit. I don't know if I can with this light hair release sitting like that, because I don't think you're gonna see. Oh, my arms are just sore today. I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna pull up my Tunisian blanket here and show you. I have finished my third sequence of colors, and I just started my fourth one several days ago. It's been a few days because I've been my brain just stopped working for a second here. I have been focused on getting my scarf done that I started with my mini hanks. It's done. I will show you on, I get to show you tomorrow on Friday for my finished and focus on it stuff. So on focus on it Friday, I will come on and I will show you my finished focus that I put focus on for the week, which was the mini hanks scarf that I did using a pattern from Olga Poltava. I was trying to channel my inner Jax because she was saying it the other day correctly, I think. Olga Poltava. Almost said it wrong again. Why are my shoulders so sore? Like, they feel like I've been carrying heavy weight or something. Oh, you know what? These next two rows of red are going to be awesome. I really hope I got the right red. I went and got more yarn. I got another skein of each of these colors, which I still have not. Y'all, I'm 3 repeats in. Give me your guess. How many rows of each color do you think I'll do before I run out? They're roughly 180 stitches wide, not including the black, so 168 rows or stitches wide, roughly. And I have not finished a single skein of yarn yet in any of the colors, even the black. I will show you what I have. Most of my skeins look like this. This is what's left of them caked up. Quite a bit still. I would say over half, maybe over half left. I don't know. It's hard to say and not know, you know, it's hard to know how much is wrapped up there, how much is caked up, you know? So what's your guess? How much yarn? And I'm using a 6.5 millimeter hook. Most of these stitches are simple stitches. The edge stitches are reverse. And then I have every section, every 5 stitches is a drop down. So it drops down. So there's extra yarn there. I'm just giving you all the details, see if you guys can guess. And we'll see, you know, when I come back each week and update you on these, whether or not, how much of it I have left. Like, I don't know. Am I gonna get halfway through the blanket before I'm done with one skein? That's a lot of blanket for one skein of yarn. But I'm also using 6 colors. That's probably why I'm not going through it as quick, because I'm doing 3 rows, y'all. 3 rows of color before I change. I don't know, because Tunisian's supposed to be a yarn eater, or supposedly is a yarn eater. Which, I mean, it is, but like, how far do you think I'm gonna get on one skein of yarn so far? I haven't even gone through one. I'm still on my first of everything. I bought 2 blacks, and I still have quite a bit left of the black sparkles here, which I need to fix my yarn because it's all my son was trying to bring it to me the other day and dumped it out, and it about killed me when he did that. I probably overreacted a little bit. I didn't like yell at him or anything, but my reaction was a bit over dramatic, I think. You know, he was trying to bring it to me, and he just wasn't paying attention to how he was holding it, and so it all just dumped out. He's 7, you know. So I just went over to him and basically picked up all the yarn that dumped out, because he was carrying it by one handle of the basket, and so therefore the blanket itself dumped out, and therefore it took all the yarn with it, because it like pulled the basket down on him when he was carrying it, because it was heavier than he was expecting, I think, when he picked it up, and so the blanket fell out, which it's only attached to 3 strands of yarn at the moment. Like, I have my 2 black going the whole way up. I have 1 skein going up one side and 1 skein going up the other side. And yeah, this is not a blanket I would want to carry that all across. Oof. I would not be as far done if I carried yarn. Now, for small pieces like what I was working on for like a sample or something, I can see carrying it, but I need to figure out. I think color work with Tunisian is going to be very similar. I'm going to have to treat it very similar to my tapestry crochet, because it's going to be tapestry Tunisian crochet. And so I'm gonna need to treat it just like I did the flags with my crochet, because, you know, that way I'm not having to carry yarn across the work. So yeah, I'm gonna have to basically just have, you know, when I go to do a picture in Tunisian, I'm gonna have to have my individual skeins, cakes of yarn for my sections of it, you know, like I did with my my tapestry ones. Because, yeah, the only thing I'm going to have to figure out in my head, get my head wrapped around, is the fact that Tunisian has 2 rows, the return passes. But I have in my head right now, just now, as I said that, I have Michael in my head going, pay attention to your color changes, because he's said that in several of his tutorials, not his stitch tutorials, but like his blanket ones for sure, obviously, because, you know, like this, you know, there's color changes. Or no, it wasn't this one that had the color change. What was the one that I heard him say the color change? It doesn't matter. I just have him in my head going, well, you just have to pay attention to your color changes as you come back across and make sure you're changing back. You know, you would still drop the old color, or the color that you've... I don't know how to explain it without being confusing. You would drop the colors and pick up the new colors as you would go across the return pass. So if I'm going along, I have yellow here, red here, I would drop my yellow as I'm changing over to the red one. I just have to make sure I would do it in the right spot. Pull through the right 2, you know? But I think that's easy enough to do because I've done it. Man, my talking this morning, whoo-wee. Y'all liked listening to me? I am not a cohesive thought this morning. But no, on the edges of these rows, I have black that I switched to. So I'm familiar with changing colors. And then also changing colors from one color to the next on that part. But like changing colors multiple times within a row, I have not done that yet with Tunisian. I would like to try to get through at least 1 row. Can we get 1 row on here? Yeah, so I'm just... I don't know why I'm not further along on this, because every time I pick this up, I'm like, I like doing this. I guess my only whine about this is this part right here. I love the fact that they are swivel hooks, but the blanket, I have to figure out where I'm most comfortable making it, because if I'm sitting in a chair, the blanket will hang off the side of my lap onto the floor, off the side of the chair in my lap onto the floor, and it pulls on it because I'm attached, you know, like this whole thing, all this blanket is on here, and so it like pulls down on this. I'm like holding this hook up, so I'm like trying to figure out where can I sit, how can I, like, what is the best solution for working on blankets in Tunisian and having it like I think I found my spot, honestly, but I don't want to sit in here all the time and do it because I'm kind of excluded from the rest of the house. I mean, I like sitting in here because this is my spot. I like having this rocking chair in here where I can just come and sit and crochet if I want to, but I don't know. I'm starting to think this is my solution right here because it's got these armrests on it and I'm using it to lay the blanket on, but then I have a basket full of stuff, like completed works and stuff. Oh, it's actually a project with a couple things on top of it, and it's holding the blanket up. So I almost need to have something, you know, holding it up on the side as I'm working this, but I need it to also lay, I almost need it to lay flat like this on, doesn't matter if it's, you know, I just don't need it hanging off of the side because that's what pulls on it. And so as long as I have it like laying somewhat flat, I can go across these rows and put on the stitches quickly, and then I can return pass them quickly, because the return pass is what slows me down with this. Even though it's faster, I'm not as fast because of the size of the blanket, because I have it, you know, keeping this hook or this swivel cord straight, so that way I can pull it or avoid it from doing this as I'm working my way back across the return row, if that makes sense. If I can avoid it doing that, then it goes a little quicker. Yeah, it's really, I think it's just the size of the project, and that's why, and that's okay. I like the size of this. The bigger this blanket gets, the more and more I'm like, ooh, this is so cool looking. And I don't mind the rainbow so much because it is the primary colors, so it's cute. So yeah, I hate having to look down so much, but most of these projects, y'all, I'm just a watcher. Like, I have, like a looker, or whatever you want to call it. Like, I have to look at my work. Are you that way? Do you guys have to look at your work while you're working? Can you look up? Can you look away and have a conversation and do it at the same time? There's certain things that people can do where they don't have to look and can keep going. And I'm just like, even if there's spaces and I know that that's where I need to go to, I still have to look at it. I don't know, is that a control thing? I hear that I can be very controlling of everything. I mean, is that the case? Am I just trying to control everything? Okay, so I'm almost done with the row, getting them on. It should only take me a few minutes to get them off. The other day I was doing this and I was like, maybe about halfway through the row on the way back. I told my husband, I was like, let me finish getting these stitches off. And he goes, oh, you have a long ways to go. I go, well, not really. Because, like, if I could just do it and not be, you know, interrupted or, you know, have people mess me up, then I can get through it faster. You know? So people could stop just, you know, messing, like, keeping me from doing it. I can get through it faster. Because the return pass is fairly quick, especially towards the end of the row, because I don't have as much left. Well, and like I said, I was over halfway. But I had it working in a way that it was flying off the hook easily. Chain one, and then I can go through two. Part of the reason this black is lasting so long is for sure I only have six stitches on each end of the row. 34 minutes. Okay, drop, pick up, red. So see here, this is a case in point where I literally just drop this, I leave it there, and I continue the return like this. So this color changes, like if I had another color change here, that's where, you know, I would just drop and switch again. So the return pass really wouldn't be that bad. So this is what I'm talking about. This is my issue with the return, is keeping it, because I gotta keep these stitches close to the end of the hook so I can do this, because the further I get closer to my hand that I get with the stitches, it starts stretching them out. And so I have to, I don't like using the word constantly, but I have to keep pulling up. See, I'm starting to get it stretched out. So now I need to move more up And this is where that, you know, having it in a good spot over here on the side is handy, because it just starts doing this. And like, I don't want to say that to like deter people or scare people. Like, it's just, it's a personal problem. It's not a worldwide problem that that most people will deal with. Maybe y'all know how to do this better than I do. I'm brand new to this whole Tunisian thing, you know? I just need to figure out how, like, I tried to put my cord in hot water, not, you know, not boiling water, but like hot water, to get it to straighten out and see if that would help it not curl. But it still curls, and I'm still wrapping it up in a curl, you know, winding it up into a coil to store it away. So this is my solution to this, is I just take the other end and I do this. I just slide it all down towards the end like this, and it sits there bunched up like that. But that, you know what, I need it to do that because I'm working it off the hook anyway. So maybe that's my solution to the return pass. Just bunch it up, and it's like, this is working, y'all, what I just did, because it's sitting in my lap all bunched up, not sliding back down on the cord. So this is cool. Yay. Maybe I just need to hang out in here and do this. But like I said, I don't want to be excluded from the rest of the house, because, you know, I've got children that, you know, I'm trying to raise well, but they still make really poor choices. When I'm not around, they're like, ooh, mom's not around, let's do this, you know? Kids testing their boundaries, and it's just, like, come on. Try to raise you to make wiser choices and not these let's sneak around choices, you know? Let's do things we're not supposed to do. Even though I'm still in the same house, I'm just not in the same room. So therefore, I can't see what they're doing. Even though we have cameras. I'm really thinking I'm going to move I rearranged the living room several weeks ago, and I'm already not liking it, because one, we can't sit and leave the windows open, because right now the trees haven't filled in, and so when the sun comes up, we face the sun coming up, and so it's in our faces the way I have it set up, and I don't like it. So I think I'm going to move it back to where we had it, where we were still facing the sun, but like it wasn't as, oh, because the TV I think was blocking most of it. Where did we have it before? Oh, I think I know where we had it before. Okay. We had it in front of we had the TV in front of the window for the most part. And then we had the couches all along the wall. I think that's the way we're gonna go back to, because I have, ever since I rearranged it to the way it is now, I haven't enjoyed it. So I think I'm gonna move it back. Our floors are wood, and so I can slide the couches around on it. Not great. They get they've got like feet on them that kind of grip a little bit, so I kind of have to, yeah, yeah. We're gonna get new floors one of these centuries in this house, just not anytime soon. We're kind of waiting for the kids to get a little bit older to do the kitchen, because, you know, no, don't drop that. Because, you know, they gotta touch everything with their nasty hands, and I'm constantly going behind them wiping the fridge off. Like, I don't understand how that fridge handle, how those fridge handles get caked with stuff on them. I'm like, I know you guys don't have, you're walking around with peanut butter on your fingers, but it's like, and they don't use peanut butter, I'm just using that as an example because it's like, what is on your hands that is being left on the fridge when you guys, like, I watch the fridge a lot, and it's like, I don't see them walk up with food on their hands. It's just like, I don't know where it's coming from that it's doing that. But like, you can just feel this like layer of stuff on the handles. And so almost every day I'm taking a wet cloth behind and wiping it off. And it's just, where is it coming from? So I am almost done with my return pass. Yay. And I really do, y'all, today was a hot mess express with this Tunisian. So I think I'm just going to come on here and use it as an hour of, or you know, however much time it actually takes me to do one of these rows, because I don't want to make you sit through more than one row unless, you know, I get through it faster and figure it out. So anyway, so we drop the color and we pick up the new color wherever it's at. I gotta find it. It's like, it's over here. There it is. Okay. And then I finish my row. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5, and there's 6. And then I just pull a long loop. Well, I don't have to pull a long loop. I have my handy dandy stitch marker. I use this bigger size one because of the fact that this gets pulled through. But there is another row of red. You can't really see much of it. There's another row. I'm going to do one more row of red and then move on to the orange. So we are well on our way. Yeah, I need to, my stuff's all twisted up here. So I will untwist it after I'm done with you guys. So I really do hope you guys enjoyed this crazy train of a mess this morning with this. Let me know the answers to those questions that I asked you about all the stuff, and just, you know, are you working on anything Tunisian style or non-Tunisian style? And we'll see you on the next one, friends. Have a great day, and we'll see you later. Bye.